Hello, welcome to our channel. Today we will hear the story of a woman who had an affair with her husband's brother. Join us as our main character shares her story. My name is Elizabeth. My story is slightly different from the stories you are used to hearing. I cheated on my husband, but I don't see the fault in myself. I'm going to tell about my forbidden affair with my husband's brother Gabriel. We used to date in the past. But Gabriel didn't want to marry me. I was resentful towards him. How could he leave a beautiful woman like me? He literally used me. I'm tall and attractive, I have a model-like appearance. I take care of how I look. My body is in a beautiful shape and I easily catch the attention of people around me. I ended up marrying Gabriel's brother. Gabriel got married several times and has a family now. He was married 3 times. I used to think there were problems with the wives he chose. But after our affair, I realized the problem was in Gabriel. He had a habit of using people and then leaving them. He is a manipulator. First he love bombs women, showering them with love and attention, makes them feel valuable, sells them a dream. But after achieving his goal, he completely cuts her off from his life, dragging her into depression. After he broke up with me, my relationship with my husband got even worse. Yes, I was having sex with my brother-in-law while being married and I am not ashamed of it. It's not my fault, it's my husband's fault. My husband was guilty of not satisfying me sexually and emotionally. He didn't meet any of my needs. He was not romantic at all. That's why I blame my husband. Actually, I never loved him. I married him because of his financial situation. My husband is not handsome, he's bald and short. His older brother, Gabriel on the other hand, is tall and very handsome. He has a fit, muscular body. I fell in love with him from the moment I saw him. I also used to be very beautiful and had a fit body. I was 6 feet tall. I was a woman every man would dream about. To be honest, my husband did not deserve me. You may think that I was unfair to him. Would you be happy if you were in my place? I am 30 years old now and I have 2 children. I grew up in a small town. My family was not doing well financially and I was somehow pushed into marrying my husband who was well off and who lived in a big city. My female friends were dismayed when they saw my husband and found him unattractive. But they suggested that I should get married to him, as he was rich, telling me that I would enjoy life after marrying him. But it's not only his appearance that I don't like. My husband is also a deeply boring person. He spends weekends at home and never goes on vacation. It's very rare that we go out together. He has no enthusiasm or excitement in him. Although we have money, we do not go on a vacation or to a fancy restaurant. My husband has never traveled to another country. His older brother, Gabriel, travels all over the world. There's almost no country he hasn't been to. He's very entertaining and very romantic. He used to buy his wives expensive gifts and take them out to expensive restaurants. The comparison between my husband and his brother made me depressed. I had married the wrong man. My years were passing. I had a child and couldn't divorce my husband anymore. I was stuck with that man for the rest of my life. Gabriel used to visit us sometimes and it was a pleasure to chat with him. The man had news from all over the world and every time he came, he would tell me about the memories he had in the countries he visited. He had newly divorced his wife and was living alone. He told me that he was going to Greece soon and that he needed someone to accompany him for some business. I don't have a wife, as you know. He asked, "Can you come to me?" It was a week's trip and he would cover all my expenses. I had to get permission from my husband. My husband agreed. I started packing. I packed my most beautiful and elegant dresses. Since my travel expenses were covered, the only money I would spend was for my beauty products and procedures. Finally, we went to Greece. We left our suitcases in the hotel and went out for sightseeing. The job interview we would be having was scheduled for the following day, so we could enjoy the day. We toured the whole city. I had so much fun. It was the best day of my life. Gabriel was a very entertaining and funny person. He was handsome too. He suited me. In the evening we returned to the hotel. It was a 5-star hotel. We went to the room to put our bags. I suggested that we don't go downstairs or ask for another room. I said we could sleep together. Gabriel poured some drink for me. We started chatting while drinking. After getting tipsy, I told him about my husband's problems. Gabriel said that he understood me. I couldn't divorce my husband as I had a child with him. But now I was away from my husband and there was Gabriel near me. We were both drunk. I approached Gabriel and told him that I loved him. I started kissing him. He told me that he loved me too. We spent the night together. After that I became more attached to Gabriel. He was great in bed, too. I always dreamt of having a man like him. My husband's performance in bed was very weak. I wish I had married Gabriel instead. We were together every time we had the opportunity while we were in Greece that week. I forgot about husband and my child during that trip. That week I was Gabriel's. I was enjoying being around him. It was time for us to leave Greece now. What's interesting is that my husband was not jealous of me. My husband didn't have feelings for me either. He was staying married because of our child. After leaving Greece, Gabriel never talked to me. I realized I had been used. This experience made me realize why his wives kept breaking up with him. This man was using women and throwing them aside. There was no woman he loved. There were just women he wanted to use, and one of them was me. He arranged everything on purpose. I couldn't tell our secrets to my husband. My relationship with my husband got even worse after my trip to Greece. We weren't intimate anymore. I phoned Gabriel and wrote him, but he never responded. Once when my husband was away, he visited our home and sat in the corner. He told me to forget what had happened between us. He didn't want me anymore and left the house. Since then, I didn't have any encounter with Gabriel. Nor could I mend my relationship with my husband. We had another child regardless. We made the child to save our marriage. I love my children and I have reconciled with my life and I try to forget the affair I had years ago.